The Cavs season has gone from bad to worse right now, guys. First, Kevin Love apologized for a, quote, childish outburst during a game last weekend. And now, first-year head coach John Beilein is backtracking after a questionable comment he made in a film session. Beilein reportedly called his players thugs while looking at tape with them, a comment that several members of the team took offense to and brought up to Kobe Altman. Beilein has since said it was a slip of the tongue, that he had meant to call the players slugs, while also emphasizing that they're playing much better now. So, Shannon, your reaction to this story?
Skip, I think as I've gotten older, I've learned to give people more of the benefit of the doubt. I don't really think one person should lose their livelihood, their job, over a mistake if it's an honest mistake. So I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'm not trying to condemn him, but I just want to hear the players. I want to hear the context and what he said. And if the players are okay with it, I'm going to be okay with it. Reportedly, the players seem to be okay with the explanation that he gave and what he was trying to say, as Jenny read in the read about them playing better. But you have to just be mindful now how players perceive that. Slugs, thugs, I don't really see the correlation, Skip, but I'm okay if the players are okay with it. And it could have been, because and Skip, we're so quick to do that now. One mistake, and it should be off with the head. And I've learned that if I got older, people make mistakes. People say things that, and it slips up sometimes. And so I'm willing to give Beilein, because I don't really know him, Skip. I don't know him. I don't know if you know him or anything like that. But I want to hear the players. But I just know my first reaction, had I been in there, I'd have stopped everything. What the F, you know, Coach, what the F you say? And then that would have like, what's the problem? You said thugs. What do you mean? He should have just said, y'all playing like you know what. And then there'll be no explanation. You could say hog, cow, turkey, doesn't matter, dog. You know what you're playing like. But Skip, for me, I'm willing to give the guy the benefit of the doubt. I don't think he should lose his job if this was an honest mistake. Excuse me. I just want to hear the players. And when he said he talked to 8 players, who? I hope you ain't talked to Kevin Love.
He said he called them individually.
Well, Skip, I hope he ain't talked. I hope Kevin Love and Kevin Love and Jenny Osmond and Visit wasn't one of the players you're talking to. Is the other one with a little bit more melanin in their skin are the ones you need to be talking to. So hopefully they got clarifications. They're at peace with it. But I can honestly say, in my years of being in a professional locker room, Skip, heard a lot of coaches, be it position coach, offensive coordinators, head coach, and I can honestly say I don't remember them saying anything that raised my eye that I felt I needed to speak out or go to them at a later time and say, bro, I don't like the way you address that situation.
If you're okay with it, I'm okay with it, but I'm barely okay with it. And I wasn't there, obviously. We've had no time to do any deeper dive into this. But it doesn't feel right to me. It feels like he got angry and had a slip of the tongue that was revealing. He is old school. I have no idea why Dan Gilbert hired him in the first place. Because he went to school in West Virginia, coached at West Virginia for a while, and coached for 12 years at Michigan. And it wasn't like he was a hot, younger type, hip college coach who, you know, when Calipari got hired to coach the New Jersey Nets, he was a pretty cool operator. Yeah, he was. So, and it didn't work out for him because it's hard to break through. But at least he had some ability to relate to those players. And he's always been a very good recruiter. And John Beilein has been known more as a fundamental basketball coach who coached disciplined system basketball. And he could beat you with lesser talent at West Virginia. So why would Dan Gilbert hire him? Because you probably set him up to fail because he's just not built for today's NBA.
And Skip, the thing is, like, a lot of these kids are college age. But there's a difference between a college-age guy that's living in a dorm, that's eating in the training hall, as opposed to a guy that's driving a Ferrari and paying his own bills and paying his mom's bill. So you can't talk to him the same way. It doesn't resonate because the guy that's in college is trying to get to the level that 18, 19-year-old that's in the NBA is at. So he looks at you differently. I'm trying, you know, and I get it, Skip, you know, it's like, and that's what people say, well, he coached college, 18, 19-year-olds in college and some of these kids. But the mindset of a guy that's making $3, $5, $10 million as opposed to a guy that's living in the dorm and hoping to get some PE shoes is entirely different. He doesn't resonate with those guys.
Nope. So the irony is they have had all kinds of player-coach issues through the year with the Cavaliers, but his biggest problem has been Kevin Love, who's the white guy.
Right.
Okay, so I don't know what that means, but he's having issues with everybody.
Well, it's time for the go, Skip, because at some point in time, these issues, once you start having issues and this guy got a problem with you, it's probably like the guys have tuned you out.
Yeah.
They're not paying you any attention. And maybe he was trying to gain their, refocus them or gain their attention. But that ain't it.
No.
Like I said, Skip, it's hard. I just want to hear the players. Give me context. What was he saying? He said, y'all guys are lagging. You guys are loafing off. You disorganized, discombobulated. I just need to hear what he said, because thugs and slugs, I get it. It's UG at the end, and but that don't go together.
Well, he was asked about it today and said that it was supposed to be a positive, that they were not playing like slugs anymore, that they had some.
Well, how the hell thugs come in, Skip?
And a mental mistake.
Hey, thugs are never going to be reviewed as a positive.
A beat writer from Michigan, who covered him a lot when he was, obviously coaching there, did say that he transcribed tens of thousands of his words, and he often did misspeak. Just for reference, this came from a beat writer, Andrew Conn, and I remember reading a lot of his stuff, which is interesting, I think, for context, because I've noticed, we've misspoken on the show. I did it last week. I was bothered by it the other day, and so it does happen, which doesn't make it okay that if he was saying that in slugs doesn't even make sense. But just for reference, it does happen when you speak like that.
Yeah, I don't know, but to your point, maybe they had tuned him out to the point they didn't even catch it, and then they're looking around.
And all they heard was, because they didn't. First of all, Skip, they sitting there like, first of all, because he made them come in and watch film on their day off, so they already. I don't want to be there. What'd you say?
Well, sure, and it would catch you off guard.
Yeah. So, Skip, I just tried to be like. One time shouldn't be a death sentence.
Okay.
And if the players, like I said, I want to hear some of the players. Colin Sexton, Tristan Thompson is probably the most senior of the black players. I want to hear what he has to say about this.
Good point.
And they seem to be having other problems, regardless of this situation as well, that they need to figure out. So we're going to talk a little bit more about the Dez catch. How about it? Let's go to it. Did Dez catch the ball? We'll talk about Mike McCarthy's take on the infamous play.